Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I got my son's DR10 here, and the last time we was out with the new electronic system in here, the last time we was out, he actually blew the foams in one of his rear tires. And so with that being said, it started making a funny noise. He actually liked the noise though. It sounded like a as he called it, a supercharger or something, but I don't know if you can see it here, but look how this is. So the foam ripped. So the foam actually ripped right here, so you can feel nothing but rimming inside there. Turn it over here and it's all, this is where it's all piled up at right here. So it just makes a wobbly wheel. It makes noise going down the strip there. So I got some new wheels on. I got some new wheels on order. Yeah, so I got some new, actually I got some new tires on order. So I have some new tires on order here. So I'm just waiting on them to get here. But for the time being, we're gonna throw on some of these Speed Hawks, because he been talking a whole lot of mess now. So let me tell you what's been going on with it. So what happened was we went back with a 3300 kV motor, but we went with the Surpass Hobby 3300 kV motor, but it's a bigger can. It's a 3660 can. So it can actually hold, it actually can take a little more gearing up. So right now we have it at a 30-tooth pinion on the motor, and we did go up. So we went up to a 30-tooth pinion on the motor gear, and we went to a 70, I think it was a 76 tooth spur. So we did go with a smaller spur. I have to check, and I have to check on that spur. I know we went down a few teeth on the spur. I have to check to see exactly which one we went with. So I just put it in the description of the gearing that we use. But I know we got a 30-tooth pinion gear on this Surpass Hobby 3300 kV motor. And like I say, it's a 3660 can, so it can handle a little more abuse. And then we did overpower the doggone car with the ESC. We got the ZD Racing, which is pretty much Surpass Hobby as well, but we do have this 150 amp ESC, and it's just something I had laying around. So, and by me having this in here, like I said, whatever gearing and the max battery you use is a 3S battery, so we don't go no more than we don't go no bigger than a 3S battery in here. So right now this car goes 50, what was it, 55, 53 or 55, can't remember now. It's been a minute since we had this car out, but it goes between 53 and 55 miles per hour. And so the last time we was out with this car, my son was racing the ECX Bronco, and it really ripped the Bronco to shreds. I mean, like, the Bronco would take off and get out in the front from the line, and DR10 would just come blowing by, just, man, ripping up pavement. So and like I said, the max speed for that Bronco is 40 miles per hour. So that's what that is. So well, actually I think we got it more than 40 miles per hour, and I think it's like 40, I think it's 43 miles per hour now. So yeah, the Bronco 43 miles per hour. I think this is 53. So this is about 10 miles faster than the Bronco. And so my son, he was just talking all kind of mess about this DR10, how fast it is, and how that old zip tie wouldn't be able to hang with it. So I had put zip tie in retirement, and now I got to bring zip tie back out. So So I don't want any excuses from him. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take these slicks off, and I'm gonna put these on for the time being, because like I said, his new tires haven't came in yet, and so I want him to have some fresh rubber, smooth rubber on the car, so he won't have any excuses when I beat him. I guess he just forgot how ridiculous, violent zip tie is. Now don't get it wrong. Zip tie ain't the fastest. It's not the fastest at all, but it is pretty fast. It's pretty quick. Some people might say I'm putting these on wrong. They're supposed to go this way, but I don't know. I like them going this way on these speed treads, because you can see how that's, going out that way. So, but for you people that are very meticulous and hate to see people doing stuff not the way you like to do it, let me make you all happy today, and let me put them on the correct way. Cause we don't wanna hear y'all crying in the comments. Y'all know y'all can cry. Y'all can cry. Shoot, my thing is, if you don't like what somebody's doing or what they did, hey, you don't gotta say nothing, just move on. Move on. Now, I don't know how these speed hawks gonna perform on this DR10, so this will be the first time running it on the DR10, but I've ran these on the ECX zip tie, so, and they ran fine for me, so it should do okay for him. Yeah, they should do okay for him. Yeah, I think they're actually going to do good for him, to be honest with you. And the reason why I say that, because these slicks, they are a little soft, and they do balloon. And these are a little more, man, they're not stiff, but they're not just that doggone soft. So he should be able to have some success with this. He should have some success with these tires, but I'm hoping he don't have much success, because I do want to put him in his place since he's talking all that mess. Getting these wheels on here. So we played around with a lot of different electronics on this car. I mean, we had a 7600 kV motor in here, running it on 2S. Actually ran it on 3S too, and it was like on 2S it was going like 50, I think 52 on 2S, and that was with the stock ESC at the time. It was going, no, I take that back. No, it wasn't stock. It was the ZD Racing ESC, because the stock ESC, the cables and the connectors are smaller, so, and that's why we went ahead and changed that out. And but yeah, on 2S with the 7600 kV, it went about 52, I believe it was. And on 3S, I think it hit close to 60. It was maybe like 58, 59, something like that. And that was with the stock gearing at the time. So we went from that, and then we went to a 3900 kV motor, and he wasn't happy with that. I mean, I guess going from that, 52 and almost 60 miles per hour, he wasn't he wasn't really happy with that. So uh, so now we're at like a little happy medium, because I was like, okay, well, we can try to get the same miles out of a lower kV motor, so you can you know, because when you gear up like that, and when you gear up like that and run those two, especially 3S batteries, the motors, you know, the electronics start running hot. So somebody keep on coming in this code making a circle. I don't know what's going on, but anyway. All right, so yeah, so when you are gearing up on these motors and stuff, and especially you got high KVs, man, you have to watch the temperature on some of these electronics. Now, some of these electronics, you gear it up too high, they pretty much got a safety mechanism where the ESC won't even allow it to go. I mean, you can hook it up and you can, the wheels will go when it's off the ground, but when you put it on the ground, it won't go. So, and so they'll let you know that you really got to gear too high. So we got them wheels on, and so I don't know with these wheels being, because I think they're smaller diameter wise, just by a little bit. So that's why I say he have a little more traction. And I don't know how that'll hurt his speed, because you know wheel size also plays a part in your max speed. So let's see how the DR10 body looks with the Speed Hawks on here. May have to do some adjustment. We shouldn't though, because they're not as tall. They're just wider. So I don't know. It's rubbing. By being wider, it's rubbing up against the body. It looks good though. I mean, it looks real good. It looks real good. But it's not gonna work. I mean, like, I don't want to damage his body. So let's see on the other side. Same as the other side. And I don't want to trim it just to make these fit, because these are just temporary. They're not going to be a permanent thing. So let me go get another set of wheels to fit on here and see how the fitment look on those. Alright guys, I'm back. So I got these Traxxas Anacondas. So we're gonna see how they fit. These doggone wheels have been they've been through some stuff, man, but they've lasted. So I think they'll be all right on here too. I'll put 4S power on those wheels right there, so they and they was able to take it. Alright, rotation is this way. I think another reason why they why those Speed Hawks stuck out a little bit more was for the simple fact that you have to use these adapters, because these are 14 millimeter hexes, and then you have to use this 12 millimeter adapter to put in there. So I don't know how much. I mean, these are wider anyway, but I think that adapter kind of adds to it too. So I'm gonna see how this side look before I add the other wheel to it. That's what I should have did at first before putting both of those Speed Hawks on there. All right. So that's really no better, man. They stick out, but not as far as the Speed Hawks, but they do still stick out. Let's see something. Yep, they're a little bit wider than the stock wheels for the DR10. And they're about just as wide. It's not as wide, but they're wide. Almost as wide as the Speed Hawks. So let's see what other wheels I have in here that are fit and tuck. The only wheels I see that can tuck in from this standpoint right now is these GRPs. So we're gonna, and these are 17 millimeter hexes, so I got adapters for them. So we're gonna see how this goes. I didn't think I was gonna have an issue of finding some wheels that are actually fit for this DR10 that'll tuck away inside the wheel well. But like I said, I didn't want to damage his shell and have the tire rub a mark or rub a hole into the body. So now these compounds right here, I think these are the S4s. So this is the S4 compound. Not soft, but not the hardest either. So they're not the softest and not the hardest. Get them on there. Alright. Need a washer. I'm gonna throw some blue Loctite on the thread. I don't want them to come apart out there, especially by this using up so much of the stud. Alright, let's see how that looks. Alright, now that don't look bad. That really don't look bad, and it tucks in. So yeah, so let's get the other side done. I'm actually surprised how that looks. I am surprised how that looks. So once we get this off and put the other one on, I'll give you all a good look at it. I gave you a little quick peek at it, but we're gonna really see how it looks here in a little bit. Get this adapter off. Come on. Try not to lose these adapters. Not trying to buy adapters for these wheels, because I have nothing that's a 14 millimeter hex in my fleet. Everything is 12 or 17. Put a little blue Loctite on that. Got that locked in. Alright, And if y'all are wondering what's all this over here, and it's just some good old tape that I have that's waterproof, and pretty much I just got it securing the wires for the lights. So that's the on and off switch for his lights on the car. So, and that's what that is. All right, so let's put this body back on. Don't want to lose these up there, because I hate to knock those over and have to pick them up. All right, guys, so here we go. Let's see. Y'all good look at that. Y'all see how that looks? Don't look bad, do it? Kind of look funky in a good way. Yeah. So those are the wheels that he'll be using today until his new tires come in. Since, like I said, he did rip the foam in this tire here, so all the foam is, like I said, is piled up on this one side over here. That made a big hump right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a hump right there. It's real thick, and there's no foam over here anymore. Like I said, you can feel all rim. And like I said, it made for a bumpy ride, and it made for a crazy sound that he loved. Like, the faster he went, the more sound it made. And he said it sounded like a car with a supercharger. I just started laughing. But anyway, so we got some new tires coming for him, and we just gonna take these tires off and put them on this rim. But yeah, you can see that knot. You can see how it's bucked up right there. But yeah, so that's it. We got the GRPs on for him to race against me. And I know these are not the best to race on. These more for speed runs, unless you go with the softer compound. Then you get a little more grip on those to rip at the line. So these, like I said, these are the S4 compounds, so they're not that soft, but they're not that hard either. So they somewhere in between. So he should be fine with them. Like I said, these were the only wheels that I had around that would actually fit and tuck inside the wheel well, because the rest of the wheels that I had, they were sticking out too far, and they was hitting the wheel well of the car here, and I didn't want to damage his body. So I think this will look good, and we hopefully it'll perform good for him, because I don't want any excuses. And so now I gotta go and get zip tie together, because like I said, I had zip tie retired, and so he's making me bringing it back out. So I gotta bring it back out and gotta get it prepped. So all right, guys, I'll see you all when we get out there, and hopefully I can come out a victor. Y'all be safe, and I'll see you all on the next one.